Hey everybody, what's up? It's me, lukemick here, and this is my review for Divergent. So Divergent stars Shailene Woodley, and it's basically trying to be the next Hunger Games revolutionary kind of movie. I wasn't too excited about it. The trailer made it look really lame and uneventful, and was it that? It kind of was. I'll explain it in this review. So, the story of this movie is basically about a young girl who is growing up. Her name is Triss, and she's obviously played by Shailene Woodley, and she is kind of stuck with a difficult decision. She has to choose a factor in her society somewhere. It looks to be New York or something, like a kind of after explosion New York, if that makes any sense. She has to decide whether she wants to be in like a warrior factor or like a law factor or like a helping people factor. There are like 6 factors or something in this movie, and that's kind of where you're stuck for the rest of your life. And when she goes to the little like predictor thing where they kind of like tell her what she should do, she's something called a divergent, and that means she doesn't fit in any class, and people don't like that. People are afraid of divergent people because they don't really belong anywhere, and she just sort of picks a class, which is the warrior class, which is probably the most interesting one, and she is also being pursued a little bit by Kate Winslet, who is trying to hunt down all the divergents and take them out. And the thing is, you really don't know why. I mean, I understand the concept that if there's someone in your society, a small, very small group of individuals that they don't really belong anywhere and you don't know what to do with them, that you can be scared of them, like they can maybe do something revolutionary, but nothing like big is ever hinted in this movie. The story, I think, is the weakest point, at least the way it's expressed through this movie. Maybe it's better in the book, but basically Kate Winslet is this evil villain and she does all this evil stuff, but you never know why. I really did not understand her character, and there was never any good reason as to why she wanted to kill the Divergents, and it just didn't make a whole lot of sense to me. Maybe it's something where you have to read the book, but the story, I think, was really bad. But what I will say is good about this movie is the performances. Shailene Woodley was very good in the lead role. I actually believed her character. Theo, which kind of plays her love interest, I actually liked his character a lot too. And there were these dreamlike sequences in the movie that I thought were pretty cool, where you'd see all this weird stuff happening. There were a lot of times where they had to fight their fears in these dreamlike sequences. It was kind of claustrophobic, and I really liked those parts of the movie. And it does run in at about 2 hours and 20 minutes, and that was one of the main reasons as to why I did not want to see this movie. But I'm not gonna lie to you guys, it actually went by pretty quickly. I never really was bored with this movie. I felt like there was always something happening. It's just that the story is just an incomprehensible mess. It just didn't make any sense to me at all. It was just sort of all over the place, but I do think it had some strong performances and some pretty cool like dreamlike sequences. So I'm going to give the movie 3 out of 5 stars. If you guys are into these kind of movies like The Hunger Games, you might like it. You probably will. I don't think it's as good or groundbreaking as like the Catching Fire Hunger Games movies, but I think it's decent. So that's my review. I'll talk to you guys later. lukemick signing off.